What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Bioinc Redemption. Last time we finished with med school. This time we are moving on to the clinic. The first thing we're gonna do is biomedical warfare. Patient is under ongoing disease threat. Our patient is once again John Smith. We are playing at lethal difficulty, as always. This is going to be a slightly longer one, I think. So we are going for higher value points. Want all diseases. Actually, do we? No, we want them to produce less symptoms. I want to start with 2 pre-evolved lifestyles. I want to have cheaper diagnostic tests and a slow collapse. Now, why do I want cheaper tests rather than cheaper treatments? Well, you're always going to do the tests, but you are not always going to have it result in a treatment. This is going down the most. Muscular system. So let's look into that first. Now, one thing you should always do is look at the resource upgrades and see what do you need to do. Well, diagnose at least 3 diseases, that's alright. Must evolve 2 lifestyles. We already did that. And obviously the last one is usually make a trip to the emergency room. Maybe we can even avoid that, who knows. That's too far. So far the probability of getting higher value points hasn't really done much for us. We've only been getting once. There we go. See, sometimes you just need to complain and then everything comes together. So we do have muscle weakness and the muscular system is going down the most. So what we are going to do is we test this and we test this. And then we're gonna see where that leads us. I think we are certainly going to have some sort of muscular disease. If not multiple. Yes, that was a correct guess. It was a relatively obvious one. And there we go, 2 more. Upgrade. And that's gonna be the next upgrade, and that gives us 2 resource upgrades very early on. And as you can see, he now has new symptoms, so it means you get additional diseases throughout the game. That's what this is all about. This specific mission, it's not just he has diseases, cure them, it's he's getting new ones as he develops nausea. Alright, let's see what we have. Can treat this. That costs a lot. That does cost a lot. Now we need to think about, can we cure the muscular system before it collapses? Now I think we have a chance at that. I'm not sure though. You do want the 3-point one, so they are great. Another one. And another one. Let's cure this. This one is important. It costs 8. There we go. So this is going rather well so far. Prescribe. So muscular system is still suffering, the circulatory system and the skeletal system are suffering as well. I'm not a big fan of that. Something I could certainly look into, and I'm actually gonna do that, is improve those systems. And give them a little bit more fighting power. Certainly want that. I do want them to last just a little bit longer. Maybe grab a little bit more time. So what do we have? We still have muscle weakness, and we're actually going to do... If he does have this sickness, he must have this one as well, and since we already went down this path, it is quite likely that he actually has developed something of sorts. We're actually going to run this as well, because the skeletal system is suffering. We don't have chronic muscle cramps. Now this is good to know. Why? Well, he can't have this one and he can't have this one, because this path is obviously not taken. So skin cancer is actually... doesn't have any of these symptoms, so he also doesn't have skin cancer. So for now the muscular kind of path is no longer that interesting to us. Obviously the muscular system is still taking damage, so I'm not a big fan of that, but... well, maybe that brings him to the emergency room, which could get us more resources. Osteoporosis has been found. That costs 10. Certainly the skeletal and the circulatory system. Wow! That one hurt the skeletal system a lot. Okay, now this is worrying. That could have been leukemia. Actually no, paralysis is frequent bone fracture. Did he just... There's a problem. It is very possible that he just got that one right after we tested it. Let's help out the muscular system a little bit more. It is very, very possible that he did that. That's why I do this test again. Obviously I'm not sure if that's what he did, but yep, he did. Now that is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Let's quickly prescribe a cure before he gets bone deaf, and that kinda kills the skeletal system. Now I do want to do the emergency measure here. I do want to do everything in my power to save that system. But I also want to get rid of these diseases quickly. Yeah, we need to do something about this. Skeletal system is suffering quite a lot. Can we get a lifestyle to improve it right now? Does this improve the skeletal system? Yes it does, but it costs 18 and I'm not willing to spend that. Joint pain, you say? Oh my god. Hard stools, you say? We are being attacked quite hard in the skeletal system. Blood and stools? Ew. Let us actually... Where's the skeletal? Here it is. That costs 10. That costs another 10. We can't afford that. Circulatory, digestive and renal. Yeah, maybe. I want this one first. Alright, so we stabilized the skeletal system a little bit. And the lifestyles are actually actively working against whatever diseases this guy has at the moment. Now I don't think he is bone deaf, I don't think that's what he got. We would probably be suffering a lot more than we are right now. I'm not a big fan of what's going on. Blood and stools. Where could that have come from? Is that a thing? Did he really go that path? I want this one. And I want this one tested first. Because if he did... No? No, that's certainly not it. Interesting. Now we still didn't make a visit to the emergency room, which is interesting, but... How much longer for us? 10 points. Interesting. Gas, you say? Ugh. I didn't know gas was a sickness, but, you know, never know, right? So 14 points, we quickly cure this. And honestly, since he now has joint pain, now I don't think arthritis... Did he go for bone death or Paget? I would assume Paget. But the bone biopsy tests both for 8 points, so we will go for that. Now we do treat osteoporosis, that's good, but it's going to be quite difficult to save all that. Need more points here, we need them quickly. Now my guess is that this will actually still work out, but it will be very close. We are having a pretty hard time at keeping those systems alive, especially the skeletal system, but losing one system is not a big deal. It really starts becoming a massive problem if you lose loads of systems, which we might be doing.
No, 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 no!
Honestly, I'm not... Yes, bone death. He did get bone death. I'm not a fan of that. Not at all. We need to treat bone death ASAP. Where's bone death? Where is bone death? It's both not very efficient. Fever, you say? Does he have leukemia? I'm not sure. Wow. He has a lot of issues. Now the digestive system is the next one we need to cure, and I think our cure progress... That costs 8 to upgrade. Or our recovery progress really isn't the greatest in the world. And now the other 4 systems may or may not collapse relatively quickly. We have been keeping the muscular system somewhat alive. What I am afraid of is the skeletal system actually going down. Because that's no fun. We can't recover that. Need to do something about this. Oh, there's 2 things solved. Now there's certainly a fight being put up. We could recover the digestive system, but I'm not really willing to do that before I haven't really... We certainly didn't go this path, so we might go this way. Fever, you say? Does he have salmonella? Oh, we could test for it. Oh, his circulatory system is going down as well, but does it really oh my god. It's down to 30%. With 2 more systems shutting down. Ah, missed that one, that wasn't good. Now curiously, to reach 100% recovery, this could be enough, maybe? Probably not. I'm not sure. We are at 90 or... Yes, we are at 100 already, that's very good. We might have lost him if this had continued a little more, but... Diagnosis efficiency 108%, pretty good. 12 diseases treated, that's a pretty good run we had. Probably lost one or two too many systems, but it was okay. We saved them somehow. So I hope you can do this. I hope this helps you out. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, farewell.